wrestling world. Todd's naked.
Always.
What yet, Silver?
That is not the right intro.
So this is Wrestle Fandom. I don't know why that's loaded up. The only thing I can think of is because that's the last show that we did, and sometimes it won't switch the thing over. But yeah,
What
so
it do?
Wrestle Fandom is not in this studio right now. But hey, yeet, what is up? What's up, guys?
Well,
How's
hello.
it going?
Hi.
How's everybody's week been?
Good.
Little busy.
Eventful.
Oh, and why has it been so eventful, Mr. Gentleman Mastermind person over there?
We things are because many things are happening. Things that are happening on the network that people should be checking out. Check out today's episode of the Todd and Joe Morning Show, and check out the episodes that were on yesterday. They're doing very well.
And actually, something I'd like to say about yesterday's episode with Miss Brittany Jennings there. Brittany and her friend, and one of my best friends too, Jess Fitch Sirianni, this week will be debuting their horror theme podcast on the network called The Not So Final Girl. And this week will be, I believe, part one of the first Child's Play movie. And they have some notes and some things on there. So shout them out. Follow everything else on the YouTube channel. Tomorrow, Garrett, what do you have in store for us?
We have Masterpiece Movie Theater. Yes, we do.
What movie is it
going
going to
be? Do?
It's going to be Real Genius, starring Val Kilmer.
Oh, wow.
Val Kilmer.
That is right.
I love Val Kilmer, too.
Hey, keep it classy. Keep it classy.
Well, this is doing an impression. I can do a Kermit one, too. Kermit the Frog here on Wrestle Fandom Radio. Hi-ho, hi-ho.
You know, that's one impression I can't do.
Well, I'm glad that I can fill that in. But anyway, Garrett, why don't you start us off this week, bro?
So, in local wrestling news, if you would like to go to the Nexus Center ICW show, you should hit us up. I'm going to have some tickets. If you're local, it's going to be in Utica, Nexus Center in July. Hit me up. Go to their site. Check out everyone who's going to be there. Minoru Suzuki is going to be there, just beating the crap out of, well, I mean, it's wrestling Mike Skyros. But
yeah, that's a.
I love Mike Skyros, but we're talking about Suzuki. What's up, Joe?
Are you going to get super kicked?
No.
Hey, Todd, can we...
yeah, I'm already on it. Don't worry about it.
Nope.
I love it.
Not happening. Not happening. And if you would like to see our titles defended, check out the UWE YouTube channel. Watch UWE Ultimate. That's it right there. That's that logo. Go check them out. And Joe, if you wouldn't mind rolling the commercial for them. Shot by us. Shot by me.
Want to be a wrestler? How about a referee? Maybe a manager? Or a valet? Come down to UWE. This is where it's at.
Let's go!
Absolutely. Go check them out on their
I like the
YouTube.
shirt, by the way.
What shirt? Todd shirt?
No, I don't know who the guy's name was in that commercial with the blue shirt on.
I don't know which one. I wasn't paying attention to the colors. I'll look later for you.
Yeah.
He was wearing an Adidas shirt.
Oh, because you're Adidas man now? Is that your alter ego?
No, not yet.
Are you
I'm still working some things. I'm
in
shop
like
working.
Wayne's World 2?
You know, yeah.
All right. So,
Real quick,
we're-
just so people know what we're doing now. I'm starting to watch NXT while we're doing the podcast. So in case anything happens like last week where Jordan Gray showed up, which she's actually wrestling right now. And I have to say her jacket was pretty sweet because on the front it said like Juggernaut Jordan, but in the back it said NXT NA. I was like, nice play on acronyms.
That's super awesome.
I see what was done there.
Yes. And it's actually, I thought this was the girl she's wrestling. I thought it was just going to be some jobber, and it's actually like a halfway decent match. So
Stomper saying what's up.
What's up, Stomper? So
I think it was your birthday.
We're already here, right? We're already here. We're already talking about it. So last week, Jordan Grace, the TNA Knockouts champion, shows up with her title at NXT and is going to take on Roxanne Perez at Battlegrounds. That, like, what forbidden door? What forbidden door? It's
None
gone.
So basically,
right off the hinges.
What it was there was the door, then there was Vince like this in front of and then Vince went pooping away, and Triple H was like, "Wow, bitches," and that's what happened.
For now on, two things actually. For now on, I feel like we should refer to the artist formerly known as Vince McMahon as Mr. Shitty.
I'm down with it. I can dig it.
Good.
Okay. And the second
sounds
thing,
good.
The second thing, it's Stomper's birthday, guys.
Ooh, that's right. It is Stomper's birthday.
I'll start it off. Garrett, you follow. Todd, you follow. Drew, you finish her up. Okay.
I will do my best.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, dear Stomper.
Take us home, Drew.
Happy birthday to you.
He croons it in. All right.
Birthday needs, holler at the guys from the Triple M. And on that note, I'm going to go into our next commercial so we don't forget about it like we usually do.
Have you ever found yourself in the need for some screen printing? What about some vinyl work? Well, we have the spot for you. Seasonal Sports, 215 Oriskany Boulevard in Whitesboro, has all your needs. Go see Fred at Seasonal Sports.
Go see him.
Sports.
I went and saw him recently. We have new things in the works.
Oh, well, there's some designs that I want to throw your guys' way eventually, but we've covered NXT last week. Todd is currently watching NXT now. We've covered our ICW stuff. I think it's time, and I need to come up with some kind of graphic or video to intro this in. But It's time for Drew to get Raw.
Welcome to the Raw Rundown. This week we have welcome to the Liv Morgan Revenge Tour. And I just want to let you guys know a little something. Oh, Dami, you're so fine. You're so fine. You blow my mind. Hey, Dami. Hey, Dami. You get where I'm going with this. Liv is coming for mommy's man. Can we believe that? Get out of here. All right. Next. Dom has got that X-Pac heat. Can you believe that? He's trying to talk on the mic. Where were they? Indiana? Iowa? I think it was Iowa. Like, no, wait about that. Get out of here, Dirty Dom. Then Prince Devitt, comes out in his knight in shining armor. It's like, no, don't kiss Dom. That's mommy's Dom. Not having it. Get out of here. She's still got a little piece, though. See that? Oh. Then, next we had Sheamus come out. Slipped. Kaiser got a little quickie in from behind, took out his knee. Take that however you want. I know what I said. Then we had...
quickie from behind?
I sure did. Next up, I've got the Judgment Day. Like, we get it, okay? Y'all ain't gonna last. Can you just freaking break up already? God damn. Jeez. Also, we had Baylor versus the L-Boy Dragon Lee. And the only thing I got out of that match is I want to see Braun Strowman in a freaking luchador mask. Like, bring it. I want it. We need it.
He'd be Bane. He would be Bane.
What's that?
He'd be Bane.
That's fine. We can call him Bane. Big Bane Strowman. Big Bane Strowman. Also, the segment with with R-Truth, I don't even know why I expect anything less because it's always old. Can we clone this dude? So we have him forever, literally forever. No matter what era you live in and what you want to call it, we will have R-Truth. And it will always be gold. Always be gold. Then we had that Otis chant. Much like that X-Pac heat on Dom. Dude, that chant for Otis, so good. Kind of almost made the hair on my arm stand up. It was so good. We need more of him. It's a shame that he doesn't fit. Yeah, like that. Yeah. Someone doesn't go swimming very often. Jeez. And then we had Alpha Academy. More interesting than the Judgment Day? Yeah, that's right. Can you believe the story they're telling in that ring between all of them? And I was kind of almost on the fence of them going like, this is too long. No, it's not. It can keep going. It kind of feels like a B-level bloodline kind of story we got going on. Then Breaker, they finally referenced a family member for him, kind of giving him the moniker of the dog-faced gremlin, and now he's barking. Get your own, okay? Get your own. Another thing that really bothers me, freaking Ricochet coming out in blue attire. You're on Raw, dude. Rock the red. I know outfits, they always bother me, especially tag teams. Like, get your shit together, make a match. Oh, what? Braun won? I'm so shocked. The boat. I've never heard that term before in my life until last night. But we had Natalya called the boat. I guess we're going with best of all time there. And she took a company woman L. Company woman L. We don't even know if she's going to get a new contract. But she deserves flowers, like we've mentioned on this show before. She is the epitome of a company employee. No problem. And also, dude, my favorite wrestler of all time, which Natalya is related to, she almost mentions verbatim, enough is enough. It's time for a change. Freaking Owen Hart. Come on. Are we going to get a good story out of her with somebody on her way out? I hope so. Then we had a female tag match. A very, very awkward Jade promo. Like, I wasn't feeling it. The crowd was quite ready for that. And it fell a little flat. I think they'll recover from that. But do we call him something else if he wins money? We call him main event money or main event bank event main. I don't know. The opportunities are endless. Can we have a moment of silence? Can we just break up the New Day too already? I'm sorry. I'm over it. There's no more pancakes. There's no more rainbows. There's no more Francesca. Where's Big E? Like, oh God, it pains me to say it, but their time has come. We had I know, right? We kind of had a lackluster main event too. Get my boy Drew, and he did drop a future shot DDT, and then they choke slammed his ass through the table, and there was a hilariously, and I know some of you in this group is going to appreciate this, the most failed, lackluster CM Punk chant I've ever fucking heard in my life. It was like 8 people, and one dude was significantly louder than the rest, and nobody was having it. Sit down! And then the other thing that's super weird is when they chant "Holy shit," it like totally ruins the sound when you're watching it. I watched it live.
Yep.
Watch it. It takes away from it. Come on, get over it. I think Netflix is going to help that out. And that's been the Raw Rundown.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah, drink some hydrate there, Drew. Your vocal cords are probably hurting a little bit there, brother.
I'll be
And
honest with you.
I'm glad his hat survived this rant.
That's why I turned it around. I was like,
because I think that clocked in just over 4 minutes.
Wow.
That's
a hell of a rundown.
That was impressive. Now, I didn't really think about it till you just said it right now, but I think it might be time for Kofi and Mr. Woods to go their separate ways, at least unless Big E is going to come back, because it does not look hopeful from everything I've read, heard, watched interviews with him. It doesn't look too promising that he ever will be back in an in-ring capacity. It doesn't mean you can't have the New Day back together. Big E works as their manager or anything like that. But you just hurt my heart a little bit.
Hey, man, sometimes you got to look yourself in the mirror. Like, it's time.
But it was weird because Logan wore his Wolfpack-themed NDR New Day Rocks t-shirt to school today.
Oh. Yeah.
And,
nice. It's a great shirt.
So, Todd.
Yo.
You got anything for us on the infamous Wyatt front? Wyatt Watch.
Wyatt Watch. I don't know, man. Like, to me, it's yeah, they're still putting out the QR codes and doing the whatever, but man, it's really kind of lost its everything again. I know we talked about it last week, but the more that it goes on, the more I just not even think about it. Before I'm like, oh my god, I wonder if there was a fucking code. Oh my god, I saw the code, because I'd always throw it in the chat when I saw it and shit. Now I'm just like, I mean, hell, I was actually in bed by 9:03 last night. What's that?
Like the momentum is just screwed.
Yeah.
And I don't know if anybody. I'm assuming Drew just saw it. My mom does not like our singing.
Oh.
She said, "Don't quit our day jobs."
It's all right.
I don't want to quit my day job.
We know you don't.
I think Todd's the only one who might like this. We don't like our
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
Whatever. Only took me 20 years. Anyway, so over the weekend, Uncle Howdy invaded WWE's website with an article which read the following. Hello, I'd like to tell you a story about value. We often equate value with utilization. That is not the case. If a piece of currency is crumpled, ignored, and tossed to the side, does it lose its value? Of course not. It is simply in the hands of the ignorant. We often devalue ourselves as a result of the ignorance of those around us. Their words define us. I have been guilty of this myself. I have let the expectations of others determine my self-worth. But once I realized my calling, the words of the naysayers began to fall on deaf ears. I am nobody. I am all of us. When you free yourself from the preconceived ideas of others, from the lies, you become liberated. I accepted my calling. Only then was I able to set the others free. We follow the words of the red, and now we see. I offer you one last chance at redemption. It doesn't have to be this way. The cave can no longer exist. We are going to burn it to the ground. A massacre is coming. And then it says 168/197. And it had the face of legitimately, and it sounds stupid, but to me, it looks like one of the members of the Insane Clown Posse. So then after Raw, there was another one before the Talk is Raw, Raw is Talk shit or whatever. And and it was video. What?
I was just saying raw talk.
Raw.
I was rubbing myself raw as I said it. And now you kind of ruined the joke.
And
Thanks
talking.
Yes, yes. But thank you for that mental image. There was another video with shit written through it, which was, I have shown you signs and wonders, yet you do not believe. I offered you hope, freedom from the pit. You spit in my face, mock my family, question my timing. One last chance, an opportunity to repent, but my patience runs thin. There is a reckoning coming. Your belief is indifferent. It is inevitable. You will learn you are finite, and you shall all behold what we have become.
So I got a couple thoughts on this, but Todd, won't you? Did you say your piece on it? You're just over it.
It's just, all I've heard at this point in time is June 17th, which is whatever, 2 weeks away. Supposedly after Clash of the Castle, there was something that related to blah, blah, blah. I don't know. So that's the point I've gotten to is like, I'm just like, meh. So if it doesn't happen by then, they just need to throw the whole idea away and either just repackage whoever's in there and let them do their shit, and whatever. But it's drawn out too much now.
Like that, I kind of feel the same way. Like for the last 2 or 3, actually, it's been since before Mania that we all keep. Oh, it's going to be this week. Oh, it's going to be Raw next week. It's going to be Backlash. It's going to be whatever the last one was in India. Like it. It's going to be this one, and it keeps not happening. It's to the point where, like, obviously, all our interest will be reinvigorated when it actually does debut. But right now, besides like Bray coming back as a fucking zombie, like nothing's going to be that hype like it was like when Bray returned himself and he came out to the ring. He gave that huge heartfelt speech and everything. Like that was awesome. And then we all know what happened. But like, unless Bo Dallas, and don't get me wrong, he's always been great. But unless he can get himself to that Bray Wyatt level, I don't see this at this point having the impact that it would have had a month ago if it would have come out a month ago.
Yeah. Because people don't want to wait for that stuff. And because people get excited. So they're like, holy crap, Bray Wyatt is gone. But we have something that's still part of him that, both the Uncle Howdy whole thing and, if it is Bo Dallas, so there's whatever,
right.
Multiple levels. And yeah, but again, then it gets to that point where you're like, okie dokie, it's been fucking, I think the first one was in April. It is now June.
I want to say it was before Mania, I want to say.
Yeah, I think it was like April 12th or some shit like that. Yes, Mr. Garrett.
Honestly, at this point, now, if they really wanted to make a big splash with it, don't wait till a PLE. Take over an entire show. Whichever show that they're going to be on, Raw or SmackDown, like all of a sudden, out of nowhere, just the entire show is just pure chaos. And it's each character shows up doing something different, and then the whole night they just take over the entire show of Raw. And it would just, at this point, that's the thing that would make, like you said, the best splash, Joe. I think it would make people forget that we've been waiting now too long for it.
Right.
So that's the 17th is a Monday, so it would be like Raw. Like that's the rumor is like the Raw after the Clash of the Castle is when they're supposed to. So, and that'll be huge, and that. So yeah, it's gonna. Yeah. I agree. That would be that.
Not at the end.
And that's what they're gonna do. See, that's what they'll do.
Not at
10:50. Yeah. No. It'll be 10:58.
No.
What are you talking about?
No. 8:10. At 8:10, the chaos begins, and it just take over everything.
Yeah, I'm down with that. Next, what I wanted to talk about is
how sexy I am.
That's for the Todd and Joe morning show every Monday at 7 a.m. But Braun Breaker, get this man involved in something except for him beefing with Adam Pearce and just running through everybody. Like
that's the holding pattern. They're just waiting.
We've seen it now since he's pretty much debuted on the main roster. change his last name to just Steiner. He should just be Steiner.
Yes,
Because
please.
I think
One name.
that legacy adds a lot to it. And I get he wants to have his own. Fuck that, dude. You are an offspring of one of the members of one of the greatest tag teams in wrestling history. Like, and you are a amazing actual wrestler. Your father was too. Like, let's go. Give this man a run. What's on Raw? U.S. title? Or IC?
Intercontinental.
Yeah.
IC. Dude, let him and Sami Zayn go at it. Let him
I'd
and
be
Sami
okay.
Zayn.
I'd be okay with him taking that off of there. I guarantee though that at first, because if reports are right and Ricochet is going to leave, I guarantee Braun Breaker is going to have a Speed Championship run.
Which is stupid.
I'm just calling it like I see it. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong.
Does anybody else want to see Goldberg squash matches? Because I don't want to see that. Like,
They happen a
the
lot
Speed
faster.
Championship is dumb as it is.
It's great.
But dude, Braun versus Braun would be a great series of matches to see.
Yeah.
Like,
The test of strength.
Just your might.
Like, dude, you had who'd be the one person that could actually beat Braun Breaker?
Brock
Strowman.
Lesnar. Oh, yeah, Braun Strowman, sorry.
Nice.
Yikes. But I want to see that. And the other thing, the big thing I want to talk about, which at first I was kind of pissed off about it, but after reading the article I read today, Becky Lynch is expected to make history in women's wrestling after WWE contract expires. So I'm not sure if it's expired yet. But, so I'm going to read most of this article.
I think last report was June 1st was it expired.
That's what I thought too.
But
so
I mean, that
it might have just expired this past weekend. Becky Lynch's recent trajectory in WWE has taken an unexpected turn following her loss of the Women's World Championship to Liv Morgan and a subsequent defeat in a rematch on Monday Night Raw. With her WWE contract coming to an end, the wrestling world is abuzz with speculation about her next move. Lynch's decision not to renew her contract with WWE has now made her an official free agent, opening the door to numerous possibilities for her career. Fans and industry insiders alike are eager to see where the man will head next. According to insights from Fightful Select, Lynch is poised to receive an unprecedented contract offers from various promotions, potentially setting a new financial benchmark for female wrestlers. Industry sources expect her to get the largest contract offers from any woman in wrestling history. Regardless if she's going anywhere, she's likely going to get those insane offers. So she's not locked down with WWE. Which, honestly, from everything I've read, there's no way she's going to AEW. It seems like it's more she wants to figure out what she wants to do. Does she want to be a stay-at-home mom? Does she want to pursue a movie career? Hell, maybe she wants to start singing. Her and Elias can start a band together. And it's unfortunate to us as fans, but as we've known and we've seen it a million times, our favorite wrestlers eventually walk out that door. And a lot of times they'll come back, say hi, have a little visit, but they'll never be a mainstay again. My guess is we've seen the last of the man as a regular full-time wrestler. She might come back, have a run here and there for a couple months, but I think this is the last time that we're going to see Becky Lynch as a full-time wrestler for any extended period of time. And I'd like to give my condolences to all of us. No more last kicking. No more the man. No more Becky 2 belts.
No more Beck exploding.
Exactly. But what happens with Seth? That is my question.
My call.
Anybody have it?
My call is still we don't see him until 30 at the Rumble. We don't hear anything.
That I think that'd be a good guess. I know. Go ahead, Drusuf.
Sorry. I just want to backtrack a little bit considering you were talking about Becky and now Seth. And then you had actually also mentioned Elias. You see the thing about Elias saying he pitched the Monday Night Messiah angle,
Yes.
and they gave
So that's actually what I was leading into.
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
No, you're good. No, you're good. Because I think I said that yesterday. Didn't I say that yesterday?
How dare you have good ideas? We're going to give
Yeah,
it to
I
our
think so.
poster child. There's the door, Elias.
But so that's what I was going to say because I know Seth is going to be in the next Captain America movie.
Yeah.
I forget what role he's playing, but I know he's going to be in the next Captain America movie.
Serpent Society member, I think.
Yeah.
Yes, I believe.
Yeah, he's a Silver Society member.
But again, an article that was on WrestleFeed this past week was Elias apparently pitched the whole Monday Night Messiah, that whole persona, and they're like, nah, like go play your guitar and then be your twin brother. But like we'll shelve that idea for now, and then like the next week, Seth is out, being Monday Night Rollins. Like it's
Bruce Pritchard is like, hey, I got this really great idea.
Can everybody
Like,
say hi to Blake? Everybody say hi to Blake. Blake's watching.
What's
us
up,
right
Blake?
now.
Hey, what up?
Hi, Blake.
We stopped, Drew. But I wonder if I wonder if they're both going to try to segue. Blake says, hi, UI. He's on Maria's side. Anyways, I wonder if Seth is going to try to segue into acting also. Like more so than what he's already dabbling his little toe into.
Be better on his knees, probably.
On his knees, on his back, on everything. I don't know. I would miss him.
That'd be a huge blow.
I don't see either of them going anywhere
No.
else ever. Just maybe, like Joe said, part-time, coming back
I don't
here and
think go to
there.
other promotions now. I don't see them ever going anywhere.
With the
No,
amount
no.
of shit that Seth has talked about, like Cody and Punk going, AEW, whatever.
Yeah.
Like he just, there's no way. Like,
No, he won't
but
do
then
it.
again, fucking Cody smashed, a throne and all that shit, and he still was walking back by the dude of the throne he smashed. So I mean,
Yeah, and he's got
If
the
it's
belt.
good for business, it's good for business.
Good for business.
What's best for business, baby?
How did
And then-
everyone?
Cody,
How did everyone feel about AJ Styles pulling the Mark Henry?
I
It
didn't
was fine.
see it because I wasn't home.
It was fine, but it is what
way
it
to go,
is.
Justin Timberlake.
Listen, I was watching the Beach Boys and John Stamos.
Way to rub it in my face.
That's a once in a lifetime thing right there, man. Like
Thanks.
That doesn't.
Really good at
I'm
rubbing
sorry,
things
my
in your
tastes are
face.
different. That doesn't excite me, but I understand. I get that.
John Stamos, come on, man. If you got the
I
chance
don't- I
to meet
don't
Uncle
care.
Jesse,
I don't care about Uncle Jay. What about Uncle Joey?
I've
he's-
seen him live.
Yeah,
I
he's,
saw him do stand up.
Uncle Jesse's the better one. He was the better uncle. He was the real uncle. Joey wasn't even an uncle.
I know.
What about Danny?
Danny was the shit.
Tanner, guys.
Danny
The
was the shit.
OG Golden State Warriors fan, by the way, too.
Yeah.
The one before they got it.
Okay.
So I have a story
Anything
about
else, guys?
Orton. Actually, I have two things.
What?
One thing about Orton and one thing about AEW.
I have one too.
So there was an article I was reading earlier that talks about Randy Orton addressing his back issues with Vince like a decade ago.
Ooh, this has got to
So
be good.
it seems that Randy Orton had tried to address the situation with his back well ahead of time. They spoke to Vince McMahon almost a decade ago about getting a reduced schedule. And this is what Orton said. I came to him when I was 35. My back really started going, and I pleaded with him, like, man, I got to not do as many shows, maybe do half the tour and be able to recover. And he just looked at me. It was like, I need you on those shows, Randy. Mother Nature gets us all. So Randy said to hear that and go, okay, well, I guess there's no other thing I can do. There's no other thing I can do other than just wear myself down to the nub until I can't walk anymore for this man. So
And that's why he's forever known and now is
That checks out.
yeah. And then I noticed this, and I think this is funny, and I have a picture, so in a second I'll share my screen so everybody can see and tell me if you agree or disagree. But apparently on one of the AEW shows now, they have like a general manager. Like, wow, like that has been done. And
so
yeah, tell me that this isn't the Wish version of Adam Pearce.
I agree.
No, no.
Totally
We are not making fun of the fallen angel, Christopher Daniels. All right, that man is amazing.
Pierce. It's Christopher Pierce.
I'm sorry, but that's just straight up.
They get him at the Dollar Tree.
Yeah.
That looks like one of those Power Rangers.
You can't tell me he's not like, the rolled up sleeves, fucking shit.
I understand the time. I understand the timing of it, but go in the TNA vault and watch
Is Garrett's screen going crazy to anybody else?
A little bit.
Daniels is amazing. What?
Oh, I agree.
Oh yeah, I'm just saying he's, when it comes to like manager, he is just the worst version of Adam Pearce. I'm not taking anything else away from him. I'm just saying when it comes down to that role, like he looks.
I see your point. I get it.
Like
what was wrong, Joe?
I'm going to share my screen right now because you look like somebody is hacking our share right now. No, it won't let me share it because it's sharing that. I'm just going to text it to you guys. I hope it doesn't show up on the recording this way because it looks wild.
Your screen,
so wet.
So your screen's been going nuts on my feed the whole time.
Screen's been fine on mine.
Thanks.
The color changes on your screen all the time. It's really weird.
I haven't had any issues here.
That's weird.
Drew was a little like glitchy when he went on his rant, but that's about it. But what I'm saying.
His feed is always like that.
Hey, shut up. I'm sensitive.
Well, that's weird. I hope, yeah. That's weird. I hope it's not like that. That sucks.
So, as I'm watching NXT, I don't know the context of it because I just caught it out of my eye, but it was like outside of somewhere where there was like a merchandise stand, and somebody in a lucha mask and somebody else got attacked by the OC.
Oh, I see. The OC, the veterans, the guys who probably have more time in the field than anybody else there have been regulated to go to NXT.
Well, they've been on NXT and SmackDown.
Yeah. What the hell?
Their enhancement talent.
The chick that runs with them is on NXT now too. I can't think of her fucking name.
Mia Yim.
Yeah. Yeah, she's down there now too.
So, speaking of them, and to go back to everything we were talking about with Jordan Grace being there, TNA. So I was speaking with a buddy, and it seems that TNA only has events booked through August 2nd and 3rd. They have no creative, no marketing team, no PR team, and everyone is either being fired or they're leaving due to Scott D'Amore after he was let go, after he made it back into TNA from Impact Wrestling at Hard to Kill. It's being speculated that Anthem, who owns TNA, are actually merging their departments for TNA and the MMA league that they own, kind of like how TKO did with WWE and UFC.
It makes sense. And maybe we'll actually be able to get the AEW pay-per-views on a streaming service.
Well, that's AEW. We'll talk about TNA.
Right, but I
So-
see all that getting acquired by the same.
Yeah.
Right. So, are they still going to be like, does everyone think at the end of this, is TNA going to still be their own thing merged with whatever they are in Anthem? Or is it going to be acquired by one of the other companies?
TNA is going to be AEW SmackDown, is my guess.
You think it'll eventually go that way and not
I
WWE?
think honestly, like if you look at WWE, it's this big, massive conglomerate that they're at the top, and regardless of who comes out, nobody's going to dethrone them. The best way to compete with that is you take all these little competitions, merge them into one bigger one. Like that's like take Mr. Shitty's own path of what he did with his competition and acquire everybody. Well, guess what? You can't acquire WWE. Acquire everybody else. That's the only way you're going to be remotely competitive at this point. AEW was great for that first year. It gave us something new, and then it slowly but surely started to deteriorate because it wasn't hitting all the check marks that we wanted. The wrestling was fantastic. There was no real storytelling. You would have the MJF Darby Allin stuff was great. Edge and Christian when Christian first came or when Edge first came, that was great. Early stuff with Moxley, early stuff with Cody, early stuff with Jericho. Like they had all these great initial storylines, and then everything kind of faltered. And creating another they're already doing stuff with like Ring of Honor and TNA and all this stuff.
Right.
Just fucking do it. Just do it.
Right. But again, it's like they have Ring of Honor. That should have been their second product, their other show, and it's too much. They've got 3 shows, and they should only have 2, and it should be AEW Dynamite and AEW Presents Ring of Honor. That should literally be it.
I agree.
And if Anthem rolls them into a new thing and tries to start it on its own, I think from that point on it'll fail because the thing that did keep it alive, they're all gone. It's all done. They're all gone, and they may keep a few wrestlers, maybe they won't, but I think it would do better if it was a Thursday product of WWE.
Well, at this point, any product of WWE is going to do better than anybody else's stuff. Like honestly, you put the show on a non-competing day like Thursday, and you call it AEW Impact. Like it's the perfect name for it. You're showing homage to TNA's history, and you kind of roll it out from there.
Right.
That's just the way I'm. Yes, Todd.
I just think that everybody should, now that Vince is out of the fucking picture completely, like
Mr. Shitty. His name's
Sorry.
Mr. Shitty.
Sorry, Mr. Shitty is out of the picture completely. I really think the best thing for both companies, because it would just be awesome, and honestly, is if you had fucking, just have Triple H and Tony Khan actually fucking sit down and talk. And, not get like a huge involvement, little things here and there, nothing crazy because you don't want to beat it to death, but just to have like a little bit of shit, just to have fucking, MJF show up in a Royal Rumble, but still under like AEW contract, like shit like that. Like just, have Roman and fucking Seth show up at an AEW show that Moxley's getting the shit beat out of him. You know, I mean, little things like that would be cool. Like a full out, like, you know, like when Vince bought WCW type shit, like would to me would not be fun. It would just be that. But if it was just random, sporadic, and I mean random, like 2 or 3 times a year, something crazy like that happens because people won't be seeing it, you know. So that's just my whatever. I doubt it'll ever happen, but it would be awesome if they would do that shit.
Go ahead,
What's up,
Gary.
Drew?
No,
No, let Drew go first.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say like Survivor Series or War Games. I think would be really cool ways to do that.
Well, look, leads into what I was going to say. Bring back Starrcade, and then boom, all the stars from every.
There we go.
Like, well, we've actually, I don't know if it was when Todd was on the show. I think it was, but we talked about it previously. WrestleMania should be the top performers, the top tag teams of all the different things facing off against each other. Oh no, Moxley's out there facing Cody, and guess what? Now Cody's got a faction, and oh shit, the AEW guys are coming to help Cody out. Wait, what's this? Sierra. Like, and then Roman and Seth come out to help Moxley. Just doing that, like that once a year. Like, say you do it at WrestleMania, and like you let some of the guys join in on Rumble, So like that's what WrestleMania should be. Because like, what's the Super Bowl? What's the World Series? Like what's the Stanley Cup? It's the best of the best facing off against each other. Do it. I don't want to see Dean Ambrose. I want to see John Moxley face somebody that he's never faced before on WrestleMania's stage.
And I want him to bleed all over them in their mouth.
Austin Theory.
Right.
It'd be a great match.
That would be awesome.
MJF versus The Miz.
Oh, not even versus, just a mic battle.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah.
Like, leading up to that, you could have MJF show up on the show and and then the following week, look who's on AEW. It's The Miz. Like that's what should happen. That's what we want. We don't care about the competition. There's enough money out there from our pockets to give out to everybody. Take our money because you're taking it anyways, and just give us what we want.
Right.
Yeah.
Calm down, Batista.
And at that point, Mondays, Todd and Joe Morning Show. Tuesdays, Wrestle Fandom. Wednesdays, Masterpiece Movie Theater. Thursdays, the Weekly Bugle. And now Fridays, we will have Stepping Stones and the Not So Final Girls.
I can't wait
for you.
I can't wait for both of those Friday shows.
Yeah. Share, subscribe. Tell your mom about it because I will be tonight.
Oh,